the most impressive prospect that you've seen on film in the draft?
The most impressive. Wow. I'll give you one guy who I think, and this is not most impressive in terms of I think he should be the number one prospect, but I think he's not being spoken about at all. And it's simply because he was hurt for the large part of this season and only played at the end of the year, which he did not have to do knowing he was coming out. And that's the wide receiver from Georgia, George Pickens, who I think if he had played a full season, we'd be discussing him as a top 10 pick.
Wow.
Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome. Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? Listen, before I get started today, I want to let y'all know, man, I appreciate everybody's support. I got a goal that I'm trying to hit before the draft. I'm trying to get to 11K. I'm about 100 people away. If you can, hit that sub button for me. If it's your first time here, anybody that's been rocking with me for a minute, I appreciate your support. I'm really just trying to get to 11K before the draft. We got about 17 days. I think we can do it, but I need y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I got a confession. I know I'm the president of the Treylon Burks fan club. At least if I'm not the president, I'm the vice president. I'm up there. You know, I've been pushing this we need receiver at 24 thing for the Cowboys. I think, period. You know, it's a couple players that I would take if they fell to 24 that I would consider not going receiver, like Karlaftis, Jordan Davis, stuff like that, because I'm a defensive player at heart. But I do want weapons for this team. I'm going to just ask it. Is George Pickens better than Treylon Burks? I'm trying to come to grips with it, man. I am. But the boy Pickens is nasty. Nasty. Like, I can't even front. Like, ball skills, pause, are on 1,000. Amazing. Body control midair is amazing. Diving catches, all of that. Tenacity, the thing I want the most. See, the reason why I want Treylon Burks is because he's a physically imposing human being. I was talking to my boy Jay Tuck earlier. We was texting each other, and I was asking about, is Pickens better than Burks? And he was like, all things considered, yeah. Because you know what it is? Pickens got a dog in him. He's not as big as Burks. He described it perfectly. He said, Burks is a weapon. Pickens is a receiver. That's a fact. George Pickens is a receiver. Skill set. Like a professional receiver. Like, nice to meet you. That's what I do for a living. Treylon Burks is just a weapon. He can be a little bit running back, a little bit of slot, a little bit of X. You know, he can probably block. He can be a little tight end. Like, Treylon Burks is a weapon. And I want that weapon. I want to get at the Dak. George Pickens is a professional wide receiver with dog and tenacity with him. Like, I don't know. Like, he would be perfect. Because we already have a weapon on this team. His name is CeeDee Lamb. See, CeeDee's a weapon that's grown into a receiver. I feel like George Pickens is just a professional receiver. He reminds me, his temperament, this is Dez Bryant reincarnated in a smaller body. But way more athletic. Just athleticism-wise. Like diving catches, spinning catches, diving over people. Real nasty with his spin, too. Real nasty. Blocking, not just, you know how they say willing blocker? Like, he's a willing blocker. No. George Pickens blocks. Period. He throws people to the ground. Vicious. I want him on this team, man. Last time he played, man, the reason why his stock dropped, like you heard in the beginning, is purely because he got injured. And I know everybody would say, well, there's injuries concerns. Today, in today's NFL, man, a torn ACL don't scare me anymore. With modern medicine, don't scare me anymore. He's already come back and played a little bit to just show you that he's back to normal. Came back, had 5 catches for 107 yards, 21-yard average. The boy is fine. he is fine. Not to mention that his career flashed in front of his eyes, so he's probably more locked in and more focused. You get hurt like that, it just locks you in. He had to grind and rehab to get back. Don't discount that. But 2 years ago, like they were saying, he was regarded with Kyle Pitts as one of those. Top 10 receiver, one of those, like a Jamar Chase. He was in that class. He's one of the forgotten. Now, I don't think we were forgotten completely. He definitely getting drafted. But I'm here to say I would take him at 24. And I wouldn't lose no sleep. He's that good. He is that good. And we need to just stop being scared, man. Stop being scared to choose greatness. If you see greatness on the board and you got confidence in your greatness, go after it. George Pickens is that greatness. I really, really feel like that. Just watching his highlights, man, it's so like, you don't have to talk yourself into it. Jeff Kavanaugh, I tweeted earlier, is George Pickens at 24, would you do that? And he was like, he would do it. He wouldn't hesitate. Now, his receiver crew is Sky Moore. You got your Garrett Wilsons, your Drake Londons, etc. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm looking at George Pickens, and I'm like, you are my favorite receiver, I think, in the draft, period. Like, I want him above, and that might be nuts to some of y'all. And that's fine. I say stuff that people think is nuts every day. It's his temperament why I like him more than, like, an Olave. Like, hands down. Olave's, like, he's shifty, he's small, he's route runner-y, but he's just kind of, he's smooth with it. That's what he want to do. George Pickens is shifty, route runner, but he physical. At like 195, what is he? 6'3". First of all, you got the height. It says 200 pounds, but 195-ish to 200. Not that light. Definitely would put on like 10 to 15 pounds being in the league, at least 10. Perfect height, weight. It's definitely fast. I don't know any of his combine numbers or anything, like any of his numbers like that. I know he's ran a 40 at some point. Let me pull it up. Because I'm sitting in front of a computer. I'm just telling y'all, man. The boy, and I know 40 time might be a little bit different since he got injured, but I don't care. 4.4 speed. He might be faster now. Like I said, them injuries don't end your career anymore. I just want to know how y'all feel about it. Am I crazy? Am I crazy for one George Pickens at 24? Like, I wouldn't lose no sleep. Think about it. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and then Michael Gallup comes back. And we reloaded our three-headed monster. Our Hydra will still be intact with just more explosive weapons. Because Pickens presents a whole different problem than most people. And he's not rehabbing. This isn't like Williamson or shout out to Michael Gallup. He's done. He played already. He showed now, I'm back. The only reason we would have him, I have a possibility of getting him is because of the injury. And sometimes when greatness is looking you in your face, you got to take advantage, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do me a favor, man. Hit that sub button for me, especially if you rock with me on a regular basis and you haven't subbed yet. Trying to get to 11K before the draft. I think we can do it. I'm about 100 away. I'll holler.